Good morning and welcome to Walks to Nowhere. I'm just on my way now down to the Bay area in Cardiff, and this is Atlantic Wharf. We come down here fairly regularly visiting family, and this is where we always stay because it's lovely. Enjoy. And there it is, my favourite building in Cardiff, which, considering Cardiff's got some pretty good looking buildings, is saying something. This is the Millennium Centre, completed in 2000 as the name suggests. It's lit up at night, looks magnificent, but by day that beautiful bronze dome can be seen from a very long way away, and the whole thing is just stunning. I'm now making my way across Roald Dahl Plaza, and that leads into Mermaid Quay. For any Torchwood fans, you might recognise those pillars, and for any history buffs, I understand that this area that I'm walking across right now was actually a wharf originally. Another imposing building is this one. This is the Pierhead building that was built in 1897. Moving around from the Pierhead building around to my right here, I am faced with another magnificent building, which is the Parliament Senedd. This beautiful building was opened in March 2006 and makes very good use of what I believe is Welsh slate. It is also quite imposing. This building, I feel, looks a little out of place, but it's nonetheless significant. This is the Norwegian church that was originally built in 1868. There was a large Scandinavian and Norwegian community in Cardiff. I think something to do with the maritime history. Something went a bit wrong because this church had to be rebuilt in 1992, but between 1868 and 1992, Roald Dahl went to school here. This is the Captain Scott Memorial, a beautiful piece of artwork. Nothing much to look at this particular clip, but it just reminds me that everywhere I look, the history of the Cardiff Bay area is still there, very much there, and very much celebrated. Historically, Cardiff Bay was Tiger Bay. It was originally the estuary for the rivers Taff and Ely. It was dammed by the barrage that I'm walking along now in 1999, and so that forced it to become a freshwater lake. And then they have redeveloped the buildings and the Docklands area to what we now see today. The barrage was opened in 2001 to the public, and I have to say, for me, it's proved a fascinating thing. I had two questions right from the first day I saw out into the bay there, and that was, how do the boats get in and out, and how does this work for the fish? So I decided to walk down and take a look. For the boats, essentially there are 3 locks. 2 of them are 8 metres wide, the other one is 10.5 metres wide, and they are what facilitate watercraft entry and exit into the bay. I had to stop and have a look, of course, found it all very fascinating, and I was really stoked when, as you'll see later on, I saw boats coming in and out. These appear to be pumps of some kind. It is very noisy here. They're part of this specially designed and quite sophisticated fish pass. It allows the fish to enter the bay and swim to the rivers for spawning. And they've got some pretty clever tech underneath the water and above it for counting and monitoring the fish. This is the fish pass, and fresh water flows into the fish pass from the bay and down a system of pools and weirs that allow the fish to swim from the lowest tide in the estuary up and into the bay. The fish outside the bay recognise the fresh water from their home river and enter the fish pass. some of the fish are inspected and then tagged to confirm the continued recovery of the river and the increased numbers of returning fish. There are also monitoring systems, as we said before, in the fish passes. Oh, did you know Atlantic salmon have an extraordinary sense of smell, believed to be 1,000 times greater than that of a dog? Somebody in 1996 called Maynard discovered that. I'm not quite sure how they discovered it, but very interesting, eh?